everybody, it's Sarah and welcome back to the Scrappery. I have kind of another extra for you this week. I was going through my pictures from week 29 and found a few left over from week 28 of my girls and I going to a movie. I think it was that Wednesday. So I thought I would do a quick 6 by 12 insert, and I just grabbed the pictures that I had and a few of the offcuts from the things that I cut up for week 28 and just started to make my little insert. The 4x6 that is there with the flowers on it, the reverse I cut into. I was so sad it was that beautiful celestial pattern, but I still cut into it. I made myself a 4x6 card, and I just added one of those beautiful pieces of tulle that Renelle added to the kit that has kind of the gold foiling on it. And then I added, kind of in a wonky, not straight line on purpose, the thickers from my stash that say movie time. And then I also decided to use one of those 2 crocheted doilies from Kaisercraft that are included in the kit. And I just used my Tombow Mono Multi to adhere that down, and it stuck really well. Then I grabbed one of the cut-aparts from the cut-apart sheet, and that is the heart there. And I added one of the little cork starbursts, and I added some of the Kaisercraft Antique Gold Mist. And then I'm just trying out the stamps. My StazOn is getting a little dry, so I'm having some trouble with it, but I did kind of manage to get that shine to work okay. I think I do need to invest in some more StazOn, but I just grabbed my Allie Edwards fine line pen, and I just filled in a little bit of the shine that it didn't adhere all the way, or that the ink didn't impress all the way down. I added the date, which was July, probably 14th or something, that we went to that movie. And we also stopped at Chick-fil-A and had lunch and had ice cream. It was a really fun day. My daughter is showing off a new pair of Chucks that she had just gotten that week too. She saved up her allowance for a few weeks, and we went to the mall and she got herself a pair of summery coral Chucks. She was very excited to wear them to the movie that day. There I grabbed a paper clip from the Bits and Pieces kit, and I just stuck that on the tray chic, and I did take out the gold thread from my machine and put in my white Italian thicker thread again, but I will change that back later to my gold again. And then I'm just embellishing with some of the Kaisercraft pearls and gemstones, and then I'm also, since there really isn't any teal on this little insert, I'm just adding some gold sequins that came in the kit with some of my Tombow Mono multi-adhesive. And then I just hand wrote a little bit of journaling on an offcut from one of the pattern pieces of paper. I added half of a doily and I paper clipped that on, and then I'm just gonna embellish with some of the gemstones and pearls and another sequin. Okay, so here we are. This is gonna be week 29. There's my purple cow. And I did get out a piece of non-textured white cardstock from my stash because I wanted to use up some of these beautiful rub-ons from the kit. They are gorgeous and they work so well. I've had rub-ons before that are dry and they chip and flake and peel and don't want to rub on, but these ones are sticky and lovely and they work just amazing. And I wanted to, like I said, grab a piece of white cardstock from my stash to make sure that I am going to be using all those up. So there I grabbed kind of the doily looking one, I got that on, and the teal butterfly there, and there you can see that I changed my thread, and I did sew around the edges of that white cardstock. And I grabbed the other beautiful crocheted doily. I wish I had 10 more of those. And I'm going to stick that on once again with Tombow Mono Multi. I just put a big glob in the middle and it worked wonderfully. And there I'm using, I believe that came in last month's kit, that string of sequins. And there I've got the Story Thicker from Maggie Holmes from my stash. And then the beautiful floral patterned paper from Moonstruck. I just cut a 3x4 of that and I sewed around it with, once again, the gold thread. Here I'm using some of the antique gold Kaisercraft spray, and I'm just cleaning up a little bit because that stuff is messy. All of those sprays are kind of messy. So I dumped out just some of the sequin mix because I'm going to want to glue some of those around. I didn't make a shaker pocket this week, so I wanted to make sure that I use those sequins kind of in the place of enamel dots. Here I am, I'm just going to use my Becky Higgins roller date stamper to stamp on the dates. That's July 10th to July 16th of 2016. I am going to get those cork bits used up. They are absolutely gorgeous. There I'm using some thickers from my stash for the week 29 part. And this week, one, two, three, four, five, 6 of these pictures are my oldest daughter at a day camp that they have at a historic mansion in the town that I live in. And the girls got to spend a week in basically the 1800s. They, learned cursive and they cooked on old stoves and fed chickens and had high tea and learned how to sew on an old-fashioned sewing machine, and they just had a blast. She loved it and can't wait to go back till next year. They even, as you can tell, got to dress up in period clothing, and she made a bunch of friends that week, and it was really fun. And these pictures are the beautiful wildflower gardens that are on the property. Okay, now we are moving over to the right side of the spread here. I've got a couple more pieces of that non-textured white cardstock so I can use up some more of those beautiful rub-ons. This is documenting that Friday we went to the North St. Paul Car Show, and there is a food truck called the Tot Boss that is amazing. They have about 10 or 12 different kinds of tater tots. They have tater tot hot dish, they have taco tater tots, they have pulled pork tater tots, they have every kind of tater tot you can imagine. And my mom and us girls like to run up there at least 2 or 3 or 4 times during the summer because the summer is short in Minnesota and you gotta get out and enjoy it. So there I just grabbed another one of the back side of that celestial pattern, which is that beautiful rose pattern, and I grabbed the large doily that came in the kit. And then there was a silhouette cut on black glitter cardstock that said to the moon and back, but I cut off to the because I wanted to add more of those thickers that I used on the left side just to add a little bit of cohesiveness from one side to the other. And then I'm just going to embellish that 3x4 card with some gemstones and some pearls and some sequins. There I'm going to put nom, because nom nom nom, that's so yummy. That was, I think those were the taco tots. Those were really, really good. Here I'm using some more rub-ons. There's a picture of my oldest daughter and I waiting in line at the Tot Boss, and I'm just using up as many of those gorgeous rub-ons as I possibly can there. Those little stars, as small as they are, stayed on really, really well. Then I just stuck that on with my Tombow Mono roller adhesive, which I think it's getting old because it was really misbehaving and getting kind of globby. There, I didn't know what to do kind of in between where it says moon and back. There was kind of a space, so I just kind of stuck that down and it actually ends up looking pretty good. Then I used a puffy butterfly sticker, and that is actually a picture of the moon that afternoon, so I thought how crazy I have to use to the moon and back because the moon came up quite early that day. And there I'm just using a spare piece of white cardstock to use a rub-on on, and then I just fussy cut it out like I did on the other side just to kind of make my own ephemera. And then I paused the camera to type out my journaling. There's my journaling, and I just stapled that on. And I also added love you girls. So it says love you girls to the moon and back. And that is going to do it, ladies. So thank you so much. I'm enjoying all of your comments and connecting with you all on Facebook and on YouTube. And look for more from me next week. I will have at least 1, if not 2 more layouts using the beautiful Nigella Kits featuring the gorgeous pink paisley collection. Thanks, guys. Bye.